let's go on this journey of you have this great idea, or you recognize that what's in place isn't working, and you want to affect that change. Where do you even start? How do you begin to shape stakeholder buy-in to get your project some traction and some footing to move forward?
Well, I think the most important first step is always to seek to understand. So, certainly in my past, I've made the mistake of coming in and thinking like, I'm ready to go. I've got all the answers. Let's get started. And that is traditionally not very well received within an organization. So coming in and really seeking to understand, doing your research, asking the questions, working closely, partnering with the people who own it, because typically there's people who are there who have built the things that are in place right now. So making sure that you really ingratiate yourself with them to where they understand that you're not coming in as an adversary. You're not coming in trying to make them look bad or trying to say that what they did wasn't great, that it's all about complementing it and taking it to the next level and building on a foundation. So that is definitely the first piece. The second piece, depending on the kind of resources that you have in your organization, if you're in a larger org who has a PMO, make PMO your very best friends. They are the ones who can literally move mountains for you and make things happen. And so understanding what their priorities are, what competing projects you're up against for most likely some finite funding and resourcing, and making sure, importantly, that you have someone like that who has a powerful voice, who is advocating for you and your project when you're not in the room. And so that was something, really important that I learned in a larger organization. Now, in a smaller org like Capriotti's, we don't have a PMO function, but there's still those important stakeholders who help make those decisions for you. So you want to get in tight with the finance people. You want to really buddy up to the IT group, because these are the people who are going to have to do a lot of the heavy lifting. And so you want to make sure that they believe in your vision, that they're excited about it, and that they're advocating for it, because these can be some of the silent killers of your project, when even if you have executive level buy-in, if you don't have that buy-in from the people who are going to execute, who you need to not only be all in, you want them going the extra mile to make it a success. And if you have these kind of like silent saboteurs who are either poo-pooing your project or just kind of like not moving it along at the pace that you want it to, you'll be shocked to find some of these I can't remember the term that I've heard before, but it's kind of the unofficial power within the organization, or they're not necessarily in a position of leadership, but they have this considerable amount of influence on what actually gets done.